Y'all, this gonna knock your socks off. Get your pen and paper, because I'm about to give you the ingredients to the best shrimp Creole you ever tasted. But I will have these ingredients in the description. So the first thing you gotta make sure you got is 2 pounds of shrimp. Now these are a 20 to 24 count, meaning there's 20 to 24 shrimp per pound. That's usually how you purchase them. So this is 2 pounds of Gulf shrimp. The plate in front that's got the seasoning is 2 teaspoons of swamp mix. But you can use any Creole seasoning that you like. But it's 2 teaspoons of Creole seasoning, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a half a teaspoon of white pepper, a half a teaspoon of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1/2 teaspoon lemon pepper, and 2 bay leaves. You see that little jar back there? It says red pepper flakes. I don't measure. That's going to be to taste. Now we're going to move to the roux mixture. That's 4 tablespoons of flour. I have 4 tablespoons of cooking oil. That's what we're going to make our roux with. 2.5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Then we're going to go to the plate. A half a cup of diced celery. 1 cup diced green bell pepper. 1.5 cups of diced sweet onion. Now in the white ramekin, we got a half a cup of green onions, 4 teaspoons of minced garlic, and in the back, we got 2 cups of crushed tomatoes and 5 tablespoons of tomato paste. Sitting on a simmer, I have 4 cups of chicken stock, and I have all the shells from the shrimp. And then I have the tops off of the celery in here for flavor. And that's all that's in here is the shells, 4 cups of chicken stock, and the tops off the celery. And I'm going to let this simmer on low about 20 minutes. It's Lippy. What'd you think of those ingredients? What? Y'all, I had to come up with something. Okay, I was like, okay, I want something different. I want to surprise Buddy. We've had a busy 3 days doing walls and floors in the sugar shack. And to be honest, we've been sandwich. I made a pot of red beans and rice. Of course, we had a good balanced breakfast, but it was like grab a sandwich and go, you know. The beans, we heated those up. I think I cooked them Friday. We had a salad for supper one night. So I wanted like a substance recipe, you know, and one that would tickle him. So I went digging in the freezer and I found my last package of shrimp. But it's a celebration, guys. We got that sugar shack looking good. I'll have to do a video and show y'all. So we're still on track for grand opening at the end of the month. But I showed you the ingredients. I showed you that I put the shrimp shells in 4 cups of chicken stock. And I've got it now off the stove. It's just sitting to the side because I don't want to add it now to the vegetables and the roux and all of that piping hot. Can be warm, but not piping hot. So I'm going to move you to the stove, and that's where the action's about to happen. Also, I did put the shrimp in the ice box. Don't leave it on the counter. Put your shrimp in the ice box. We'll season it in a little while. But right now, we got to start on that roux. And when you start on roux, you get you a cup of coffee or whatever your drink is. Get a chair, because you're going to be there a minute. Maybe 20. Maybe 25. You're going to be there a while. But But now, hey, you can use roux in a jar. Not a problem. I just don't know how much to tell you you're going to need. Maybe 4 tablespoons. Yeah, because I'm doing 4. So I'd say 4 tablespoons if you're using roux in a jar. Don't hold me to that. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to add our vegetable oil. That was 4 tablespoons. Now, I'm not cranking this heat up. It's going to be low and slow. Now, y'all can crank it up, but if you burn that roux, you got to start over. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the 4 tablespoons of flour. You can use self-rising, all-purpose. I'm using self-rising. I'm sitting on a number 3. And it's going to start off kind of pasty. I'm going to move y'all in, let you really see. Oh, yeah, y'all can see good. All right, it's going to be pasty. And that's what you want. And we're going to continuously stir this. We're going to go from a light tan to a peanut color, all the way up to a kind of a milk chocolate, not a dark chocolate. And you want your fire on low. That's where you gotta have patience, okay? I know you're thinking, well, that ain't a much of roux. We ain't making a gumbo. We making a shrimp Creole. So I've been going about 6 minutes. But we ain't where we're supposed to be. See? We ain't there. We 12 minutes into it. Y'all can see we starting to get that dark color. Now, I'm not looking for a deep, like a dark chocolate roux. I'm looking for a milk chocolate. Because this is a tomato base. Okay, into the pot is the Trinity. What's the Trinity? Bell pepper, celery, and onions. That is the Trinity. You see, I'm not using the poke. That's the garlic. We don't want that garlic to burn. Because you see, this is going to cook about 10 minutes. Alright, let's get these all happy. Oh, Lord, the smell. And we're going to let these cook a good 10 minutes. And what I'm going to do is, y'all see me, most times I don't put salt. But if I'm dealing with a roux, I want to get some moisture out. I'm just going to put just a pinch of salt. It'll help pull some of that moisture out of that vegetables. And they'll get real happy with this roux. See how it looks dry? That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, we 5 minutes into it. Now I've got my stove up to a number 6. The reason why I moved it from a 4 to a 6, because everything's starting to kind of break down. Now, we're not trying to make these translucent, okay? We just trying to get them tender. That's all we trying to do. So we got about 5 more minutes. Okay, we going up on the 5-minute mark. You see the difference in color? That's what we was wanting. All right, we're going to put it back to a number 4. And we got to cook this tomato paste a good 5 minutes. Y'all know Lippy. I don't do them 15-minute meals. But you definitely want to cook this paste out. It's a I can't explain it. When you start smelling just sweetness, you know that you got it cooked out good. Like if I'd have put all my goodies back in here right now, I'd have run the dish. A good 5 minutes. Keep stirring. You get a good workout. Okay, we got about another minute to go. So now that's when I'm going to come in with my garlic. I didn't want to take a chance of burning that garlic. This pot's happy. The cook's happy. Buddy's fixing to be happy. All right, we are there. Now, we're going in with our 2 cups of crushed tomatoes. Now, you can use diced tomatoes. I like crushed tomatoes. And I did leave out an ingredient. I always do, but we're going to catch it. Just a pinch of sugar. Okay? That's going to take that acidity down. We won't have such a bite. It's a family reunion up in this pot, y'all. You're thinking, man, that looks thick. Look at that. It won't be. Okay. We'll get everybody knowing each other for just a few more minutes. Maybe 2 minutes. But don't stop stirring. It's better than going to the gym. Okay, now it's time to come in with our dry seasoning. Y'all don't leave that chili powder out. It gives it that taste like, what am I tasting? It's so good. Now you see, we have not added our shrimp chicken stock. Now if you buy shrimp already deveined and shelled, that's fine. Just use chicken stock. But I tell you, if you put them shrimp shells and that tops of that celery in there, Alright, everybody's getting happy. Now we're going in with that stock. Oh yeah. That Worcestershire. A little pinch of red pepper flakes. Now that's to taste, y'all. 2 bay leaves. Make sure you put them bay leaves out now when you go to plate this up. Lord, you don't want to bite into a bay leaf. Now we're going to get all of this up to not a rolling boil, but a good steady simmer. It's starting to want to come up to that boil. You turn it down to a low. Stir that boil down. Okay, we got to make sure that we stir it down. Mighty stir it down. We got a lid. 1 hour. 1 hour. You still got to come check it. It's on a low. Why do we let it go an hour? Because that's where them flavors are coming in. Okay? But guess what we didn't put in? The green onions. That goes in right before the shrimp go in. So, 1 hour. I'm going to lift my lid. Stir it again. Now, you don't want it on a low where it's not moving, okay? Mine's on a 2. 1 would be too low on any stove. But this is when we get our shrimp out the ice box. We season it. We put it back in the ice box. Get us a cup of coffee. Do whatever you want to do. I got to fold some clothes. And come stir this about every 10, 15 minutes. Walk by and give it a little love. But 1 hour. Patience. Here's our 2 pounds of shrimp. I'm using a good tablespoon of my swamp mix. But you use any Creole seasoning. Okay? And a little bit of garlic. Maybe. That's dry garlic now, y'all. Not powder, just flake garlic, about a teaspoon. And I'm just going to get all this happy. And we're going back into the icebox. 1 hour now. I know y'all saying, can she do anything in like 15 minutes or less? I made me a cup of coffee. That's what I can do. But I tell you what, I can talk more than an hour. So, hey, I'm doing good to get the dinner done in hour and 30 minutes total? Y'all, that's record for Lippy. It's been 1 hour, y'all. I'm hunting these bay leaves. Oh, I thought I had it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright. They done all they need to do. Stir in the bottom. Make sure I ain't got no sticky. I don't have no sticky. Now, we got to add our green onions. Now, save some green onions for garnish after you plate up. It tastes good and it's pretty. Okay, it is time for the shrimp to go in. Now, there's a lot of juice in this shrimp. That's flavor. We're going to just stir them around. 1 minute. We're going to stir. After 1 minute, we turning the heat off the stove, put a lid on, walk away for 15 minutes. We coming up on that minute mark. Look at them shrimp. The worst thing you can do is cook a shrimp to death. Shrimp cooks in 3 minutes. So just that initial heat already started the cooking process. And by me stirring it, I'm pulling the heat off the bottom. All right, we are there. Lid on, stove off, 15 minutes. It's taste test time. And I only took 1 shrimp. See, 1 shrimp. And that little glass bowl's hot. All right, here goes. Gosh. Y'all, if I didn't love Buddy so much, I'd have done plated me a plate. All right, we're going to just taste the gravy and the rice first, okay? See, I put a little green onion on there. I'm telling you. And make sure you got a good rice. It got to be a good long grain rice. All right, one more bite. Well, hello, buddy.
Hello.
I just got busted, y'all. All right, here goes the shrimp. Now, you see how that shrimp, I wished I had that little round light. Y'all, it don't work that well. I need, like, a big light. But y'all see that shrimp? I'm telling you what. Shrimp is, Now, that's sauce bon. Never overcook your shrimp. Might as well eat the rubber off a damn shoe. Shrimp's tender. Gotta try this one, y'all. Get you some shrimp. Try this. Oh, don't buy that pre-cooked shrimp. That's a sin. You need raw shrimp for something like this. You can also, let me tell y'all something now. Here's a little bonus. This is the same tomato gravy that I make when I do fish. You take your fillets at the end. Well, I normally put mine in about 15 minutes early than the shrimp. You lay them fillets down in there. You don't stir that pot. Just kind of move the top around. You let them cook about 10-15 minutes on a low, then turn the fire off, walk away for 15. Let me tell you what, Buddy hurt himself on that. He's home. I'm putting this in my bowl, the bigger bowl, and it's fixing to be on. So as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. If y'all was here, I'd fix you a bowl. Bye, y'all. Oh, this is so good.